Welcome to my channel. This is Divested Diamonds. You have arrived. So I was in the middle of doing a video on Kelly Rowland and her dusty father who had abandoned her for 30 years when I decided to scroll the internet and came across this. Now, I saw articles talking about Jussie Smollett being released after just 6 days of being in jail and didn't pay too much attention to them. But dailymail.com have reported and confirmed that he's out.
Jussie, how does it feel to be free? How does it feel to be free? Can you tell us what the past week has been like? Jussie, do you have anything to say to the judge?
Obviously, his early release has sparked a wave of disbelief, outrage, and mockery of the entire case. Jussie Smollett was convicted of 5 counts of felony disorderly conduct in December after a jury found that he had lied to police in January 2019 and repeatedly since then by claiming that he was attacked by 2 white homophobic Trump supporters in 2019. In reality, the men were 2 black brothers of Nigerian descent who say Smollett paid them to carry it out in an attempt to raise his celebrity profile. Last week, after an hours-long sentencing hearing where his attorney begged the judge not to jail him, Smollett was sent to Cook County Jail for 150 days. As you saw in my last video, he protested the sentence, screaming, yelling, "I'm not suicidal, and if anything happens to me in there, I did not do it to myself," as he was led away. In the 6 days since, his family and legal team have spammed the court and media with reasons as to why he should be released. He has done nothing but complain since he's been in jail. They filed an emergency motion claiming that he can't be in jail because he is immunocompromised and at risk of COVID. They've also claimed that he was being restrained to a bed in the psych ward, which was denied by the jail. His family also claimed that they had received threatening voicemails from people saying they were going to hurt him, even though he was under protective custody for the duration of his jail term. On Wednesday night, he was released by an appeals panel that took sympathy on him. These are the 3 people who were a part of the panel. From left to right, you have Judge Thomas E. Hoffman, Judge Joy Cunningham in the middle, and Judge Maureen Connors on the right. The first 2 judges said yes to his release, and Judge Connors, the woman on the right, called for him to remain behind bars. So this whole case, as far as I'm concerned, has been a waste of time. It's been a waste of court's time and resources. And it's very telling how, after all these years of black women fighting for black men, marching and taking rubber bullets, they have actually managed to turn black men into a protected class. If you're not concerned about what the future looks like, as far as criminals just being let go and people making a mockery of the justice system, you have another thing coming. If you are still living in Blackistan, be prepared for all the effery coming your way. All these mammies who put themselves on the line for this liar are contributing to what's to come. But I digress. This is what Jussie Smollett's attorney had to say about this whole charade.
The First District Appellate Court in Illinois, in Chicago, just released an order ordering that Jussie Smollett should be released from jail immediately. Now, this appeal that we filed, the basis of our appeal was very simple. We told the appellate court that pending the appeal, Jussie ought to be released because, quite frankly, I'm going to put it in layman's terms and not legal talk. The case sucks. The case is bogus against him, and they released him. And that says a lot about what the appellate court thinks of this case. Now, we still have a long battle ahead of us. Everyone should please pray. We need the fight. We need the support we got. Everyone helped in this fight. All the calls of support, the video, the sharing on social media, everyone contributed to this big win today. So right now, we won round 2. We want to win the remaining rounds, and we need your help and support. But big thank you to everyone, and thank God Jussie is coming home tonight.
And of course, social media had a field day with this nonsense. Let's look at what Twitter had to say. This case has been a tragedy. We have entered a phase where a lot of these black men are running rampant, doing whatever it is that they please, and literally getting away with it. And of course, this whole case would not be complete without Knowles-Lawson voicing her opinion on this matter. This is what she had to say. No matter what opinion you have of whether or not Jussie Smollett did what he was accused of or not, the punishment does not fit the crime. People walk away free from killing our people every day. How many instances of our young black people have been murdered in the last year? And the people whom they were with walk free. And what about people involved in the treason at the White House? Most went unpunished. And then they give this man 5 months in jail? Are you kidding me? This is unjust. This man is not a threat to society. She continued on, but I'll leave it there. The rest of her statement is on her Instagram page. Here's my issue. This narrative of treating black men as victims is a very slippery slope. I have noticed in a lot of cases that criminals are getting out on reduced bond and walking around like nothing happened after committing those crimes. What this does is further create anxiety for the victims. I think that we have come to a point where the system isn't working because the woke have taken over. And I disagree with Knowles-Lawson. Jussie is a threat to society because initially he did try to incite a race war. Many things could have gone wrong with what he did had law enforcement not been diligent in doing their job. His hunger for fame and what appears to be narcissism really made him believe he deserved to be adored by millions and pedestalized. He has an inflated sense of self-worth, and that is a huge problem. Not once has he come out and apologized because in his mind, All the lies he concocted have now become the truth, and no one will tell him otherwise. Those feelings are further confirmed when he sees all the support from all these Black women, all these people cheerleading for him. Stop feeding the troll. Knowles-Lawson has taken on this struggle for a reason. We might not know what that is yet, but it will all come to light. These celebrities and their mothers would not be doing this if there was nothing to gain from it. Crime in New York has gone up since the pandemic. California has turned into a ghetto with Black men showing up in droves, helping themselves to merchandise in places like Neiman Marcus, Nordstrom, CVS pharmacies, and Walgreens. Some of these stores have had to close because of the attacks. There's a lot of shit that's not adding up, especially when a lot of these perps are being allowed to do this. Now, I know that California adopted Proposition 47, which made thefts of $950 or less a misdemeanor. Once people realized that they were unlikely to be arrested or prosecuted for stealing below $1,000, they responded to the incentive. It became a free-for-all, and even worse, during the pandemic. Pulling the race card every chance you get is getting old. Being held accountable for wrongdoing is not racism. Calling out bad behavior that further ruins the image of a community is not racism. Knowles-Lawson doesn't realize just how foolish she looks every time she uses the race card. This is, unfortunately, what happens when women turn themselves into the cleanup crew for a bunch of weak men. So let's have a discussion. Please leave your thoughts and comments down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And remember, ladies, things are about to get worse. The Second Amendment is there for you to utilize. Please be safe and take care. Thank you so much for watching. This is Divested Diamonds, and I'll see you next time. Bye, diamonds.